Now, like many of us here in the northwest, Stephen Barnes from Oldham was moved by the plight of Ukrainian refugees after Russia's invasion. He's a keen horseman, so Stephen turned to other members of the region's equestrian community, mobilising a convoy of horse boxes filled with food and medical supplies. Joining them on their latest trip to Poland were two journalism students from Salford University, Lauren Barclay and Olivia Snelson, and they filmed this report.
Irina and her two sons arrived at this refugee centre in Poznan several weeks ago.
They're one of hundreds of families relying on the help of volunteers after their home was destroyed by the Russian army.
To get to here, it took us nearly 1 week. I would like to say a big thanks to the Polish people because when they met us on the border, they gave the kids some sandwiches and some toys. My son turned to me and said, "Oh, Mom, we've now reached paradise."
One of the groups delivering supplies to the centre is Ukraine Equestrian Relief. It was set up by Stephen Barnes.
We went out the first time with 8 trucks. What we saw at the centre stays with you. When you see 1,500 mothers and children all with nowhere to go, nothing to do, bewildered, no future, it stays with you.
Nikolai is part of the team. He's lived in Manchester for the past 14 years, but still calls Ukraine home.
I'm always crying, just try to keep myself under control, but it's difficult. We just met 2 little girls, one is 11 years old, another 12 years old. And they're not scary, just walking around. But something amazing, they feel safe in here.
We are so thankful for all help that we get here. It's very, very needed. We will, with your help that you gave us, we will continue our working for weeks.
With the humanitarian crisis still ongoing, Ukraine Equestrian Relief hope to return to Poland later this summer.
When you see that many children and that many women in a centre with no support, and you see the reaction of the children when you go into the centre, you're compelled to keep coming back for as long as you can.
Of course I want to be back home with my husband and see my dad, but it's safer here. The kids are smiling and they're playing. They're not crying now. It's much better.
Thank you to Lauren and to Olivia for that report from Poland.